Wow, this NoFap thing is really working. It's actually working. It was a warm afternoon in June 2014. I was on my way home after a gym session and I was feeling great. It was day 32 on my NoFap streak, and as I was walking through the town that evening, I felt so confident because I have been lifting close to personal records. And what's more, I had such good energy around me that day that everyone I talked to seemed to like me. As I passed the corner of an old building, I saw two girls standing there, and I just smiled and said hi. They returned my smile, and one of them said, "Do you know of any good places to get a pizza here?" I said, "Sure. In fact, you can follow me as I walk here because I will pass a great little pizza place on my way home." And so they did, and as we were walking, everything felt so natural. I didn't have to force a conversation at all. We were all just talking like we've known each other, well, our whole life. And I was thinking, they must really like and trust me when they want to follow me like this. Damn, this NoFap thing is actually working because everyone seems to like me today. After I had left them off at the pizza place, I finally arrived home and I thought to myself, man, I will never ever relapse again because today I have really gotten a taste of just how good this whole NoFap lifestyle can be. And so I made myself some food, I sat down at my computer and I had spent quite a long time there when it happened. I ran into a very triggering image and bam! 3 hours later, I turned off my computer, feeling disgusted with myself, because I had just had a very nasty relapse. I was feeling both disappointed and surprised as well, because just a few hours earlier, I had been absolutely certain that I would never again open up an adult site in my entire life. I was so confident. But still, something just snapped when I saw that trigger. Do any of you recognize yourself in this? Please comment in the comment section below if this is something that has happened to you too. It's like you feel so motivated. You know why you're doing NoFap, and you can almost see the good life you're about to have in front of you. And still, a relapse happened. Well, believe it or not, but this is actually very common. And the reason is because while motivation and confidence is good, it's not enough. Check this out. You see, here is the pattern. Trigger, acting out. Trigger, acting out. Trigger, acting out. Well, you've been doing that pattern for so long that when you sit down at the computer, it doesn't really matter if you had a good day or not. When you get hit by a trigger, you automatically start acting out, simply because your brain has been doing that pattern so many times before. It is like you have a relapsing software in your brain that just starts running on its own. And maybe you recognize yourself when I say, it feels kind of like something is taking over and the relapsing just goes on autopilot. Now, there are several tools you can use to deal with this, and I'm going to share them all going forward. So make sure you subscribe and follow me for that. But right now we can explore one of those tools, and I call this tool the if X then Y tool. It simply means that you make a habit out of always, before you sit down at your computer or before you enter a situation that has made you relapse before, you make sure to remind yourself of the fact that this is a potentially risky situation. For example, if I run into a visual trigger when visiting Reddit, I will immediately look away and move on. Now, this sounds so simplistic, but the fact is it helps, and most people are not doing it. But if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. It is like practicing in advance on what to do when the situation comes. This gives you a much bigger chance of actually being able to stop the autopilot before it takes over. Whereas if you do like I did that summer day, just let yourself slide down into the computer chair, riding on a confidence stream and letting the flow of the internet slowly but surely grab you, so that when the trigger hits, you automatically fall back into that relapse pattern. No, don't do that. Use the if X then Y tool instead. Now, if you found this helpful in any way, please like and subscribe. Consider following me, as I will be sharing much more of these tools in future videos. And oh hey guys, this journey is amazing. We have so much more exciting things to discover, and just as long as we keep moving forward, there are good things to come for sure. It's a beautiful lifestyle for a better life. By the way, do you know why urges can actually be good for you? No? Well, take a look at this video right now and I'll show you exactly why that is.